Personal story segment tonight. Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann was signing books in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina earlier this week when she was approached by a little boy and his mother.
What's your name? Elijah. It's really good to meet you. What? Is that something you need to say? I couldn't hear. You can say it louder. Go ahead. No, that's all right. You said it, but you know, I think my ears were too far away. Do you want to come over closer? Okay.
Obviously, that mother, a lesbian, using her 8-year-old boy to make a political point to the Congresswoman. Joining us now from New York, political commentator and gay activist Sally Kohn. You know, it disturbs me. It was obvious that the little boy was coached in what to say, fixing. 8-year-olds don't say stuff like that. They don't talk about gay controversies. And so he was told what to do. He hesitated, as you saw on the tape. And I don't think that's right. I think that mother did this child a disservice. So what say you?
Yeah, I disagree with you, Bill. I actually, you know, I have a 3-year-old. I know a lot of 8-year-olds, and anyone out there with a kid knows there ain't much you can make them do or tell them to do, and also that they can be shy. So look, I suspect that this kid, and for second of all, you know, kids aren't raised in vacuums. They see the political discourse going around them. They see, this kid probably sees his family, his mother being attacked by politicians like Michelle Bachmann, and no doubt he has a very clear opinion that his mom is a great mom and shouldn't be political football. So good for him.
Well, I think you're living in the land of Oz. I have an 8-year-old son, right? So I know more 8-year-olds than you know. I know tons of them. None of them are thinking about gay rights, all right? None of them, all right? And none of them would say, as this child did, my mommy's gay, but she doesn't need any fixing. That is not what an 8-year-old would say. And I'm telling you, Sally, you're absolutely dead wrong. Now, here's my beef. If this mother wanted to say it herself, that's fine. She's online, she's buying a book, she goes up there. You say it, lady. Let your kid be a kid, not be a political commentator to a sitting congresswoman.
Sure.
I just think it's appalling. I really do. And it doesn't help her cause or the gay cause at all. Because I know 90% of people watching right now agree with me.
Well, I appreciate your confidence. Look, I know that if that kid had gone up and said, look, please make sure that my mommy can have a good paying job, or please make sure I can afford to go to college, you probably wouldn't be objecting. So the fact of the matter is
I would be objecting, Sally. I don't think you use 8-year-old children or any children to make political points. If you want to come up and say something to the congressman and you're a woman and you're an adult, you have a perfect right to do that, as long as you do it respectfully, all right? But not a child. You don't coach and use a child to make political points. It's cheap, and it doesn't help the child. He's confused. He doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, see, again, we disagree. Look, I think this 8-year-old kid
wait a minute,
very much knows what's going on.
Wait. You think this kid, Elijah, knows who Michelle Bachmann is? Are you kidding me?
Oh, come on. I think you're not giving this 8-year-old a lot of credit, and frankly suggesting that he's confused. What he's probably very clear on is, look, we don't know what happened. We don't know the conversation. The reality is I know there are a lot of Americans out there, who, unlike me and you, who don't feel that they get to get their political opinions heard, who don't feel that politicians listen to them. They only listen to the corporations that put big money in their pockets.
Then the woman should have said that. The woman should have spoken for herself, and she could have referenced her child. She could have said, here's my child Elijah, and I'm a responsible mom. I'm doing the same thing that you did, Congresswoman Bachmann. I'm trying to raise him as a good American and a moral person, and I would appreciate, you know, a little bit more open-mindedness on your part. Then everybody would applaud the mother.
True.
But this is cowardly. She's hiding behind this kid.
But Bill, with all due respect, if she'd just done that, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So in a way, look, she did what she thought was appropriate to get this into the public conversation. And moreover, again, I know I can't tell my 3-year-old what to say or do. I'm pretty sure she couldn't tell her 8-year-old.
Oh, stop.
And kids know what's going on.
If you can't say what, tell your 3-year-old what to say and do, 3-year-old's going to have trouble when he's 13. Well, all right. So look, this is a situation where I don't like, and I think. You say I'm optimistic about people agreeing with me. I'm telling you, I don't think that people like children being injected into controversies, political controversies that are far beyond their understanding. Far beyond their understanding. An 8-year-old doesn't know what homosexuality is.
Yes, they do.
Nor should he or she.
No, they don't.
They don't. They don't know or understand what it is. They may know the term, they may know that mom or dad are different, okay, but they don't understand it. They're not emotionally equipped to understand it. And to inject an 8-year-old into this, to a sitting congresswoman, there's nothing right with this. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, where I disagree, Bill, is I think that what this kid does know in his innocent little happy 8-year-old bubble is that he has a good mom who, I don't know if she's partnered or not, but he has a good mom who's a lesbian. He knows that. What's injected into his world is the kind of venom and vitriol against his mother that Michelle Bachmann brings. That is using his family as a
you can protect your
political
children
football.
from that kind of stuff. It's
all around us.
You can protect your children from that stuff. All right, Sally, thanks for the debate.
Thank you.
Directly ahead, John Stewart.